On the record in cause number 328678. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Eric Devontae Gatright. We have Mr. Gatright appearing on Zoom. Mr. Gatright, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good. And Mr. Gatright, you're represented here by your attorney, Mr. David Grove. Mr. Grove, how are you doing?
I'm good, Your Honor. Thank you.
Mr. Gatright, the information in this case alleges that on or about November 12th of 2020, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of criminal trespass. Mr. Gatright, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Gatright, how do you plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead no contest.
Now, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
And are you pleading no contest because you do not wish to fight or contest the charges?
Yes.
Mr. Gatright, I have before me what is marked as State's Exhibit number 1. It's the document that is on the computer tablet. Mr. Gatright, on page 1 of this document, there's an X that's in a box that states that this is a Class B misdemeanor, and the range of punishment is confinement in jail for a term not to exceed 180 days, a fine not to exceed $2,000, or both such fine and confinement. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And on page 2 of this document, there are a set of initials on a line that is where the box is checked nolo contingere, which means no contest. Did you place your initials on this document, EG?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, on the same document, but on the third page, at the top of the page, above the line that says defendant, there's a signature. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is a trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, there is a signature above the line that says defendant. Is that your signature?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and Mr. Gatright, there is one box that is checked at the top of this document. That box states that this is a plea bargain case and you have no right of appeal. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gatright, did you sign a document out there that is titled the discovery certification?
Yes.
And now the documents that you signed and initialed, did you have an opportunity to review those documents?
Yes.
And did your attorney go over those documents with you?
Yes.
And did you understand everything that you reviewed?
Yes.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me State's Exhibit number 1. State, you'd like to offer State's 1?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'd also like to offer State's Exhibit number 2 as the probable cause affidavit for this case.
Mr. Grove, you
No
have it?
objection, Your Honor.
Okay, no objection. State's Exhibits number 1 and 2 are admitted. Mr. Grove, you have advised and counseled Mr. Gatright. Is there any evidence that Mr. Gatright is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Mr. Gatright, your attorney, Mr. Grove, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
No.
You said no?
Yes.
Okay, let me,
Listen to the question again, Mr. Gatright. I think you misunderstood the judge's question.
okay, Mr. Gatright. Mr. Grove has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Oh, yes.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Gatright, I will accept your plea of no contest. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your pleas and waivers was freely and voluntarily given, and I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor, it's for 19 days with credit for 19 days and tax and retire of the court costs.
Okay, Mr. Gatright. The state is offering that you serve 19 days in the Jefferson County Jail. However, because you've already served 19 days in the Jefferson County Jail, you will not have to serve any more time in the Jefferson County Jail on this case, and you will be given credit for time served. Court costs in this case is $327, but you don't have to pay the court costs because the time that you spent in jail has already paid it off. Therefore, the court costs will be and retired. Mr. Gatright, do you understand the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
And do you think that the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes,
And do you accept the state's offer?
yes,
Okay, Mr. Gatright, I will follow the plea bargain agreement that you have entered into with the state. Mr. Gatright, this will conclude your case. Please have a blessed day, and you will follow the bailiff who will come in and escort you out.
okay.
All right, you have a blessed day.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right,
Thank you, Mr. Gathright. Good luck.